Welcome to Custom Boards. This is a very comprehensive video tutorial to get you started using custom boards in no time. My name is Barbara Fernandez. I'm a speech language pathologist and the designer of custom boards. Let's get started by tapping the New button. Here is where you will see all the existing templates that are available on custom boards. You can make a choice of a template, or you can also select blank slate to have either landscape or portrait open up so that you can make your own creations outside of the existing templates. Templates are often edited, so keep checking back for new templates. So let's get started. I'm just gonna go ahead and select this template of Old Lady to start demonstrating some of the functions on custom boards. To add an image, there's two ways of adding an image. Every time you see a square or a circle that looks like a cell designed for an image, you can tap to add image, which you will then be redirected to the library that includes 23,000 Smarty symbols. Here you can simply select the image you want to use. Choose a background. If you wanted to do any background, you can change the different color choices of the background, as well as change the text. So instead of calling it three-legged race, I can just call three-legged, and I'm going to tap on that image to have that image inserted. I'm going to go to the next to show you a few other details. So if I click here on this image of 3D movie, I can also change the font and the placement of that text. And now we have a different font being used. There is another way of adding images, which is by tapping on that image button, which is the brown button right under the yellow button on the left side of the corner. We're going to tap on it, and it also opens the image area. Now this time, instead of having the image placed automatically for you inside the square, you actually get to place that image anywhere in the screen. So you can move around and you can resize it. So let's say I want to put this animal here on her head to build a scene. It is something that you can do with this brown button. There are other few things that you can do, but you can also delete that image anytime. Let's say that for the purpose of this activity, I'm done editing, and you see here that this activity has 2 pages. I'm gonna on the second page here, and I edit a page by clicking on the first green button on the left corner. I'm gonna add an image just so that you guys can see the difference between page 1 and 2. And when I'm done, I will click on the green check mark at the top right corner of the screen, and I'm going to click share or print PDF. Now what you get here is the ability to export your creation to a third-party program, as well as printing if you have an air printing ready printer. So if I click print here, I actually do have a printer in my house that will allow me to share anything directly from the iPad. And you see here, this is what the paper would look like, both pages as you print. Now, another possibility here is that I decide to share and export this to third-party programs like iBooks. So if I click on iBooks, it opens on iBooks, or I can save it to Dropbox. Or you can also email this material. If I click here and create PDF, you also get a PDF already generated for you that you can actually even write on and do a variety of different things that are allowed within iOS 12. Now this function is built into iOS 12, so depending on which iOS level you have, you might not get this function. I'm going to click here, I'm going to delete PDF, and we're going to resume learning more about custom boards. I'm not going to save that one. So if you don't save, it means that you can't go back to it later. I'm going to go ahead and select the articulation sheet template to show you a few other functions. I can tap here to say that I'm going to do a B sound articulation sheet. And I want to show you a very cool search function within custom boards. Is the ability to search sounds, words by sound. So if I click here B and tap done, you will see that I now have a variety of images that are B that I can just easily include and create a homework or any kind of activity for work, so for your students or your own child. This is a great resource that allows you to easily find and create visual support by searching images by sounds. Now, you can also add custom text. So I'm just going to type here the word love, change the color, and I'm going to pick a different font, tap done. So what you see here is that now I have that text that is not placed inside the square. I have the flexibility of creating a text that will be placed anywhere. So as I move it around, I can insert text. Now, another possibility is to add shapes. You will see these shapes, they will come handy when you are using the custom version, the custom template or page within custom boards. So if I click here on blank slate and I pick landscape, I can select a shape, for example, a basic circle, and then I can also add a square and just some other silly areas. Then I can go ahead and add an image, place that image inside an area so you're not restricted to the templates that we have. Over time, you can create your own templates and you can save file within the app. So once you save that file here, I'm going to type in custom template, tap green, and now it's saved. And let's take a look at our archives. So this is the custom template that I saved earlier, and this is some of my other work that I was creating. And you can also create folders. This is the area of archives. There's a few ways to get there, but if you click here on archives, you'll see all the work you have previously created. And you can also create folders for, let's say you want to create an articulation folder to create all your articulation materials. And then once you're there, you can keep adding or drag and drop. You can hold it to move, and then you move it inside that folder. Now, when you click articulation, now that work is inside the articulation folder. You're able to reach out to us, back up this resource to iTunes or restore from iTunes. And all these templates allows you really a lot of flexibility. You can access specific templates like schedules and calendar. One of my favorite ones is the 5-week calendar. You can select a month and it automatically places the time, the dates within February, and you can say, okay, on this date, we're gonna go to the zoo. You can search an image of field trip to the zoo and insert that image, and you can print that calendar of your month with custom boards. Now that is a very good overview of custom boards. The more you use, the more you see the potentials that it has to be the one and only visual support creation tool you will ever need.